don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him, cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Giants of Brooklyn. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Hurts throwing right away. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell, 49 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, start! Cup 19! Cup 19!
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of... it to the 30.
Well, you think about what it's taken to get to this point. The Giants and the Jets, obviously historic franchises, shared the stadium for years, never felt fully right. Well, now you got two New York teams with two different homes. And this team in Brooklyn, I'll tell you what, walking in, seeing the excitement on the fans' faces, they are ready to embrace a team here in Brooklyn. And this should be a fun experience to watch unfold.
2nd and 5.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and
2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Motion left, Smith. Hurts going to move him around. On first and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
18 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Eagles.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Second and goal at the Giants' 6-yard line.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith
from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Giants nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he coughed it up. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
3rd down and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
He'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Let's go now.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 11.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hurry, 70. Hustle.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
It's 3rd down and 13.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Ready. Let's go.
Up the middle with Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Completion here to Claypool. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Option handoff for Gainwell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Brown the motion man right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Lions.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 71 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
18, Pioneer. Trap 60, go.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing is Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
First down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, 73, 73. Count up Yanni. Miami. No trouble.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Count up Yanni. No trouble.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll audible to something else.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Back to throw here. Hyatt there to grab it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
73, 73.
In motion right is Brown.
No touch.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. In motion left comes Brown. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
19, Tiger. Traveler. Ready.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League. 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it 24-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Brown goes in motion left. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, 43 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line.
On first down, Hurts.
And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Back to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
At their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 5. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's a 2nd and 7. That one finds Hyatt. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Barkley is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and
They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt taking it in. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
63. Hey! Hey, easy, 63, pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 37 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradley.